Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a special guest here in the studio, but first, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew, taking care of our everyday comfort needs. It's been a little warm lately, so I hope your AC is running good. If not, give them a call. High today, we're looking at the water temperature is going to be 86. Air temperature is going to be 92, so they're not that far apart. We're looking at the low tonight, it's going to be 75. River region is brought to us by Panama City, Coca-Cola. We're looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown. How about right at 5 foot, exactly a 4.9. River's in good shape, the big river is. Choctaw Carabel, how about a 3.1 this morning? And we got a system out there in the Gulf, low pressure area, nothing to be concerned about. Just be aware. The wave height, if you look at the wave height, has been pretty strong for the last 3 or 4 days. It's been moving around out there, and it's been steady. Let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. High tide this morning, 7:43. Low tide tonight at 7:15. Good strong tides this week. Really nice tides. Our water temperature, like I said, is 86. So that's about warm. It's not going to get much warmer than that. So it's maybe another month or so to go up 2 degrees, but that's about it. Wind direction this morning will be east at about 15. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with our guest. Okay, welcome back and welcome to our guest this morning, Daniel Johnson. Welcome to the show.
How are you, Coach?
Doing great. One of my former students, and you know how much I enjoy having my former students coming on. I said, you graduated a couple years ago. How long ago was it?
10 years. 10 years this year.
10 years. So Daniel's out doing good things and all, and I invite him to come on the show and share some of them with us. But the first thing, if you'll notice, I want you to look at his cap. That is, how long have you had that?
About 8 years, probably.
8 to 10 years, and he's still wearing it, but that's the same color. We've got the same cap. Mine's a new one, his is an old one. So you've been really loyal wearing the cap, haven't you?
That's right.
Tell the folks you work for DOT.
Yes, sir. I work for Florida Department of Transportation now.
Good deal.
I drive a dump truck for them.
That's awesome. We're going to get, they do some competition. We're going to get to that later, but the purpose of him coming on, y'all have a big bass tournament. I know you love the outdoors. I remember in my class, we talked a lot about different outdoor things you're doing. So here we go. Let's show this poster right here. Tell us about it.
We're going to do it this coming Saturday at High Point Landing from Safe Light to 3 o'clock. The real money tournament is this weekend also, so that's why I set it for this weekend so people could fish both tournaments. All the proceeds have been, or all the winnings have been sponsored for this event. Our sponsors are Extreme Surfaces, Pollock Well Drilling, Gulf Surveying, Perfect Temp Heating and Air, BCL Civil Contractors, Manuel and Thompson, and New Visions Lawn and Landscape. I really appreciate everything that those guys have done to help put this event together. And every bit of the entry fees will go to helping our youth group make it to youth camp this year.
Okay. And tell us where the church is.
The church it's called Cross Point Church. If you can see my shirt, it's in Ponce de Leon, Florida, on Highway 90. Matter of fact, it used to be the old Vortex building. They built fish tank filters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We leased that building from them. We have transformed that building. I wish I'd have sent you some pictures of that.
Yeah.
It was an old warehouse, and we turned it into a church.
Awesome. That is awesome. And you live in Bonifay now?
Yeah, I live in Bonifay.
Drove down from Bonifay to be on the show and support this. So actually, there's 2 tournaments going on at one time, so you could really do both if you're in that group and all. So
I've got several door prizes also. Matter of fact, over at BCL, they sent. We have rod and reel combo bait caster that we're going to give away.
Okay.
Some knives, and King's Outdoors actually sponsored a gift certificate and some rod socks for your rods. So those come in handy.
Well, and you got $500 first place, $300 second.
Yes, sir, and $200 for third.
So what a great time. And the weigh-in's going to be what time?
At 3 p.m. The tournament ends at 3 p.m. Weigh-in will probably be 3:30, 3:15, somewhere in there.
All right, so I'm going to really try to make it. It's my typical Saturday. I have 3 things to do. I have your tournament, I have a Chester family reunion, and also the Gala Walk in Mexico Beach. So
Oh my goodness!
last Saturday,
You got a busy day.
Well, last Saturday was 3 things, but I only made 2. So I'm going to sure try to come that way, and if we get back in town. But
That'd be great.
That's an exciting time. But y'all been doing some outdoor stuff.
Yes,
you've
sir.
always done outdoor stuff.
Right. I actually was out of town this past week for the driving competition we were talking about, and but the youth pastor, they did a bucket drive and at the intersection of Highway 90 and 81 there in Ponce de Leon,
Yeah.
and then after that they did that for a couple hours. And after that, the youth pastor took all the people that were there to the lake for Lake Day.
Okay.
And so they got to go tubing and stuff like
So
that.
here we go. Let's show some pictures of what these kids are doing on the lake. Man, that's beautiful up there.
That is Lake Cassidy up in Holmes County.
All right. And everybody had a life jacket on.
Yep.
That was fun. I know. And then what?
And then this is from youth camp last year. That's the youth pastor standing there.
Okay.
Like a drill sergeant talking to them. Actually, last year they were separated into teams. So if you see the one with their leg raised over there in the corner, they have a yellow bandana tied around their leg. There was a yellow team, red team, and a blue team.
Okay.
And they all competed all week against one another.
Oh, cool. Let's see who can stay there the longest, I guess.
And yeah, this was one of their tournaments that they had. They did. That's actually what I guess they call it sheet volleyball. They use a sheet to hit the volleyball over the.
Yeah, there's the ball right there.
Yeah.
So that's a cool game. I've never seen that.
That was actually out on the beach somewhere. It was, I can't remember where it's at exactly.
Cool.
But yeah, that was actually here local on Panama City Beach. And then, yeah, there's them at the beach again. If I ain't mistaken, that's the same day they had the baptism, and they had several get baptized that day.
Baptized out in the Gulf?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. What's great? I was looking at this one. What are they doing here?
They built like a community, I guess you'd say. Each individual, see, that's the red team. Each individual team built a community, or I guess that would be like Jerusalem or something.
Yeah, how cool is that? And then that's the yellow team. In fact, the girl on the far left is my daughter. Awesome. All right. And then
we had a skeet shoot, a men's skeet shoot. That's our pastor's father-in-law there.
Over and under, what a fun and what a sweet looking gun. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, look, we're gonna take a quick break and be right back with Daniel. Okay, welcome back. Hey, with Daniel Johnson. We got a bass tournament coming up for the church youth group, and it's going to be this Saturday at Deer Point Lake, and we'll certainly talk about it. But I know when you're working with young people, you try to get them busy and doing good things and fun things, and these camps all throughout America and all throughout the Panhandle. A lot of different churches do different things and need support. So we're certainly there to help out. Well, right now you're showing some skeet shooting that y'all are doing. So. This is cool here. Tell us about this.
That's one of our men. He actually is one of the ones that helps put the skeet shoot on. I actually was not there this day, but he was showing off his new gun. He was proud of that new gun.
And look at the shell coming out.
That was a really unique shot that that our photographer got.
Really good.
Actually, this here is one of the young men. He's one of the elders in our youth group as well. He'll be fishing the tournament this coming weekend. He actually has his own line of hats.
Oh, cool.
This is another young man that'll be helping us put the skeet shoot on as well. I mean the bass fishing tournament.
And good. Okay. So listen, we're talking about doing the job you do and all the things. Driving a truck. These truck drivers, they've always been unique characters to me because I've known some of them in my lifetime, especially when I was a young man. One of my dad's friends was a cross-country truck driver. But now, y'all do competition and all. Tell us about this, Daniel.
We do what they call an equipment rodeo with the Department of Transportation. This is the first year we've ever done it. It's actually pretty unique. You go through a driving course. You have parallel parking. You have what they call, I forget what they call it, but they set tennis balls that are 30 inches apart. Okay. And you have to drive through those tennis balls with the tandem axles of that dump truck and not knock the tennis balls off of the cups that they're sitting on. It is very hard. It seems easy. 30 inches is not that wide. Come to find out, you've only got 1 inch on each side of the tires.
Oh my goodness.
So you have to be very precise at it. You have parallel parking as well. You have an alley dock, and you also have a stop bar.
Okay.
And then what they do is they measure you on that stop bar, see how far you are off of it.
Well, listen, you've won been in some competitions, and have you done in some of them?
I did okay in the district competition. I finished 4th. They sent me to state, and I was able to win that one.
You won the state?
Yes, I won the state competition, and then they sent me to another one that's for the Florida Truck Driving Association. That DOT, this is their first year in it, so all we did was compete against ourselves in there, and I didn't place in that one. There's some really good.
Yeah, you were telling me there's always a hierarchy of really top of the line drivers and all.
Yes.
And some of the companies, you go and mention them on the air, they're really good truck drivers.
Publix and Walmart, I mean, they are they are the epitome of truck driving in our state.
Yeah.
UPS is excellent too.
Yeah.
They have some really good drivers there as well.
That's interesting to see that here come from a fellow driver to hear that. But I've heard of how good they are. I've seen them on the road, and
they're very safe too. I mean, that's
safe.
That was the whole thing about this whole competition was safety.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, we were there to have fun and compete, but the ultimate goal was safety.
Yeah. You know, we were doing well after the hurricane came, and a lot of folks coming out of town with big trucks. It sort of we had some bad times for a while, but it's getting straightened back out now, it looks like.
Yeah, it's starting to look better around here. It's starting to look like home again.
Yeah. What about, getting back to the bass tournament and all, what are some outdoor things y'all been doing up there with you and the young people?
We try to keep them involved in anything we can. There's several of them that they love to redfish, so they come down here to West Bay and they fish. I'm actually fixing to get on them about getting pictures so we can get them sent into to the show.
Do that. While I'm thinking of it right now, I'm going to get them registered in the CCA tournament that she was on the show yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some rulers. If they catch a fish, they can enter a tournament, win a boat. That's amazing. So
really?
I'm going to let you take some of these with you to give some of those kids up there.
Okay.
And folks, we'll have some of these down here at the studio if you need them, but also West Marine has them and Howard Tackle to pick up all the information. Lisa did a great job on the show yesterday. A lot of interest in this statewide. And it's amazing the prizes you can win. But young people, you saw what they can win scholarships, they can win all kinds of things. A lot of it's just a random drawing. But you've got to take the picture with the ruler right here, and with the CCA on it. We've already had some folks here do it. See the ruler? You got to take the picture there with their logo on it right there, and send it in for the random drawing. So we'll get some of those kids up there, especially when coming down to West Bay.
So it's just you send the picture in of the fish on that ruler, and
the big thing, if you catch one with a tag on it, that's when you can win a boat.
Wow, interesting.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll turn that in. Some of the guys up there, they love to redfish.
Yeah.
They actually they talk about bass fishing and stuff, but they say if it was a red fishing tournament, they'd be all over it.
Well, there's so many. We talk about similarities between a redfish and a bass, but there's a lot of same things they do as far as catching them all. Getting back to the tournament, we should have posted one more time. This is coming this Saturday, and it's going to be Deer Point Lake, a High Point Landing. Everyone knows where that is, and you want to start at Safe Light. And there'll be sign up there.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll have sign-ups that day, and when at weigh-in, we'll give door prizes away, and we'll do stuff like that.
$100 a boat, and if you win first place, that's $500. So all kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, and I just want to thank our sponsors one more time over at Extreme Surfaces, Kurt Benefield. He is an awesome quarry and countertop guy.
Yeah.
That's all he does, and he is phenomenal. Pollock Well Drilling, Mr. Tony Taylor over there. You had Tony's daughters in Outdoor Ed too.
Oh yeah.
Callie and Celie.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Tony's an awesome guy. Gulf Surveying, Tim Maples, he's actually our worship leader at the church. He owns a surveying company.
Right.
Perfect Temp, Waylon Skipper and his brother Daniel, they're awesome. Bobby Sullivan and his family over at BCL Contractors.
Well, BCL, I had Bobby in class many years ago, had all his kids in my class, and he's such a giving person.
Bobby is an awesome guy.
They really are a great family. And
I went through a hard time at 16 years old. I lost my dad, you know that. I mean, my grandfather's in your book. Bobby took me in and done a lot of good for me when I was 16 years old.
How about that?
I mean, honestly and truthfully, there ain't no telling where I'd be if it wasn't for Bobby taking time with me and doing outdoor things.
Is there a better testimonial than that? Helping a young person and seeing where they are now and giving back.
Yeah, I mean, I have the utmost respect for Bobby Sullivan. You have Jay and Waylon over at Manuel and Thompson.
Well, big sponsor here, great outdoorsmen, great people.
And then you have New Visions Land and Landscape. They're over, or Lawn and Landscape. They're over off of Highway 390. They're in between 389 and Cato Road. They're awesome people over there. Tiffany and Mike have been great to us. We just want to thank all their sponsors again.
Okay. Well, listen, Daniel, this cap you have on is very special, but I'm going to tell you what. I have a brand new Panhandle Outdoors cap. Okay, never been worn before, so it's brand new. Maybe it'll last you another 8 years. We're going to give that to you for driving all the way down from Bonifay in appreciation.
Well, I sure appreciate that.
Well, you're doing a lot of good things for young people and church folks doing that, and we appreciate all these things, little things like that. We talk about this. We preach it all the time about getting kids in the outdoors, and here we are having a tournament, and that money goes back to youth camp. So this is good stuff. And if you get a chance, we're going to try to give some decals up there and all to you.
That'd be great.
We're going to try to make it back to the weigh-in, and love to see everyone.
That'd be nice. That'd be awesome. We're glad to have you. Maybe you can come with your camera and take some pictures.
Oh, I definitely will. If I have the camera in my truck when I swing back into town, if we get back our family reunions up
maybe get a picture with the winner and put it on Panhandle Outdoors.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll certainly do that. But anyway, we got some more stuff coming up next segment, but Daniel's got a lot of stuff he's got to do. So thank you, buddy.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Coach.
I appreciate what you're doing. Okay, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get on with our the rest of the show. Got a lot of pictures we got behind them. We're going to catch up with them. But first of all, let's take a look at our fishing game times brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our time this morning, 9:35 to 11:35, and later on tonight, 10:02 to 12:02. Now, catching up on some reports. This is some interesting stuff. Over on the Choctaw River, Hank Weeks talking about this. Heads up now, in case you haven't seen them yet, the sturgeon are starting to jump on the south end Saturday. Don't let them get you. So let's talk about those sturgeon. We've talked about it before. This is the time of year where they just start jumping a lot. And we've had accidents. We have serious accidents on occasion when people just been running full speed with a boat and sturgeon jump up and just knock them out of the boat. We've had that here locally. So be careful, but they're just starting to jump, especially over on the Choctaw River. A bunch of them over there, and they're a sight to behold. Also, this is from Bob Douglas. Bob is a retired game warden, and back when he was the Florida Marine Patrol, he was high up with the Marine Patrol. Had a daughter, Ashley Douglas, in class, and here it is right here, Wilford Springs off Highway 20. I've been going there for years. And this year we've seen so many snakes around this spring. Not sure why, but maybe with people leaving trash has attracted other food. Careful, because they are not shy and come right up close to you. And again, we'll talk about the snake for a minute. This comes from Bob Douglas, who has spent a lifetime in the outdoors. And when he makes a little post like this, you sort of perk up because he knows what he's talking about. And we talk all the time about people taking care of the outdoors, not leaving trash out, and you see some of the things can happen. But you notice what he said about the snakes not being shy, and they are not. They're going to. If you get close to them, they're going to strike at you, and that's at Williford Springs, and just a lot of. And you can imagine some of the other places too. So I just wanted those two announcements. I really wanted to touch base with you on that. Billy Grantham sent this. Okay, he was fishing trout bit. Here's Billy. Trout bit hard early in St. Joe Bay. That wasn't the only thing biting. We've got two limits of trout. But you see what, folks, there are a lot of sharks in St. Joe Bay. Always has been. And they'll get their share of it. That's the tax man. This is, down at Sea Quarters this past Saturday for their weigh-in in Carabel. Well, I had the best time. This is Millard and wife BJ. They retired years ago. Miller started this tournament 20 plus years ago, and it was so good to see them, and it was such a wonderful tournament. By the way, on tomorrow's show, we're going to have the video from the weigh-in, and it was amazing to see some of the things you're going to really strike me from when we started the tournament 21 years ago. We used to catch these huge kings, we won it one year with ours was 48 pounds, sometimes been like a 51 pounder. All of them were in the 40s. Folks, they've changed it to a little bit. It's not just king mackerel, it's also red snapper. You wouldn't believe the lack of king mackerel that were brought in. I sat there for a little while, and I kept asking, I was sitting with the folks there, the Lawhorns and all them. I said, where are the big kings? And they just shake their head. The winning king mackerel was right at 24 pounds. Second place was like 20 pounds. Folks, that would not even have placed in the top 10 back when we first started this tournament. And they're saying it's been like that the last couple of years. There would be what we call the smoker kings. No one's been catching them. And no one's really been talking about the lack of king mackerel. We're talking about the lack of cobia and the spring run, but this is shock. I was shocked, really. When I drove away from there, I called Tony Bass, and it's just, we both shook our head, or we just couldn't believe it. Well, anyway, this video tomorrow on the way in, just a bunch of good folks. And the second thing I noticed, you'll see it on the video, these boats. Holy Toledo. We had a 23-foot boat fishing, and our buddies had a little 25-footer, old cabin boats, old boats and all that. No, these boats now, I don't know where these people get the money to buy these boats from. Fishing in Carabel, I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars, 500 horsepower in Carabel, the Seaquarter Marina in Carabel River. It was like a Miami boat show. So you'll see it on video tomorrow. You'll enjoy it. So moving on, this come Eddie White up there. Hey, Coach, look at this big mess of look at this big old mess of fish he caught. Good job, Eddie White. Okay, moving on to, you got to take advantage of this heat. Okay, you put your hot dogs on the antenna, and they'll be done in a short period of time. So ride down the road and eat a hot dog. So that's the outdoor activity. Mark Deaton down over in Lake Talcott got a nice mess of brim recently. Mark is a good fisherman. He's a good bass fisherman, and obviously a good brim fisherman. Kim Davis Morris. This is interesting. She watches the show. Never discount the value of old and worn out shoes. Okay, this is an old fishing shoes she had. Walker was literally walking to his truck in them right in front of the house, and a pygmy rattlesnake, struck him. But thankfully his foot was midair, and he caught the bottom of the rubber and did not go through his foot. What did we just talk about? Snakes, okay? And it hit right there in the old shoes. It is so important this time of year when you're out there in the woods, around the water, and have some good solid. I'm very conscientious having some good solid shoes on. No flip-flops or sandals. Don't wear those. I mean, and make sure you got some good solid shoes on. And I'm really conscientious. And when I was younger, I didn't have enough sense to know that. Okay, now here we go right here. Billy sent this. This is Grace O'Neill from East Jackson County, caught a red snapper. Okay, listen to these. Here it is, right here. Jackson County, coming down catching some big red snapper. There's been some nice red snapper caught. Good job, Grace O'Neill. Okay, that's all we got time for. Tomorrow, we have the video, then we got a guest coming in. Next week, we've got some good guests coming in. So on Friday, we got a famous Friday fishing forecast. I'll finish up on the pictures there. Y'all share some stuff of what's going on, especially like snakes and all, and what's going on. The river's in good shape right now. The Gulf is pretty rough, and the bay system is in excellent shape. Good, strong tidal flow. So some good things going on. We appreciate Daniel coming on the show. Don't forget that big bass tournament coming up Saturday. So support that, a good cause. So all kind of good stuff. And you got good stuff to share with us, let us know, and we'll get it to you. Got to wrap it up again for today. We had a good. We appreciate the feedback y'all give us. Y'all do something good for someone else today, and let us know what it is, and we'll share it. Take care of the outdoors. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.